Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest person. He's built a $20 billion oil refinery in Nigeria, bigger than any in Europe. But critics are questioning whether his dominance will truly benefit the nation or mainly enrich himself as he seeks to ban foreign competition. Joining us now for more on today's Bloomberg Big Take is Paul Burkhart, one of the authors of that story. Paul, talk to us about who Dangote is.
Aliko Dangote is an industrialist, really. We compared him to John D. Rockefeller. He comes from a tradition, he comes from a family that traded, his great-grandfather traded peanuts and other goods to Britain, and then he made his own way trading cocoa, cotton. He got into cement and then these other really materials that are essential in Africa, industrializing and rising. So that drew his interest in oil refining, and he put in a bid on a couple of state refineries. Ended up falling through because of controversy and public outcry, but it really planted the seed for his interest in that, and he would go on to design and build this $20 billion mega refinery, 650,000 barrels a day. So that's where we are right now.
Do you think he is controversial? Is that a fair classification of him?
It's a difficult, it really does depend on, when you look at some of the concessions and, tax breaks, that sort of thing that he gets from government to build what he builds and to do what he does. Some of that may seem, to some people, may seem generous. On the other side, this is infrastructure that otherwise may not be built at all. And Nigeria is really on a quest to refine its own oil because it's been sending crude abroad to come back as fuel, and that's been quite costly. So Dangote's refinery is the solution, and that really, he's managed to do it, but there have been things along the way that have been questioned. And of course, when he does anything, he does it on a very large scale, and he's bound to step on toes. His relationship with the government is also quite complicated and kind of mercurial, where sometimes he seems to be pitted against them and against the import of fuel, and on the other hand, President Bola Tinubu recently called him a visionary, and in some ways, that he did realize this vision of Nigeria refining its own crude. So that has to be said.